Hello, denizens of the internet. Well, it looks like The Paper is coming to TV. No, not the 1994 Ron Howard movie, The Paper, starring Michael Keaton, Glenn Close, and Robert Duvall, though I know we've all been jonesing for a sitcom version of that movie. People email me constantly about it. This one is from the people that made the American version of The Office. As part of its dog and pony show for advertisers, NBC Universal apparently showed a trailer for the show. Cast members Domhnall Gleeson, Sabrina Ipazziatore, and Oscar Nunez appeared on stage, where it was also revealed that the show will premiere sometime in September. The Variety headline described it as an offshoot to The Office, so I'm assuming it will be a comedy in the same vein, and with the now tiresome documentary-style production. The official logline for The Paper is, "The documentary crew that immortalized Dunder Mifflin's Scranton branch is in search of a new subject when they discover a historic Midwestern newspaper and the publisher trying to revive it." Apparently, the show takes place in the offices of the Toledo Truth Teller. Impazziatore plays the managing editor, of course, while Gleason plays an idealistic new employee. They can actually afford a new employee. Anyway, Greg Daniels, who developed The Office for American television, co-created the series with Michael Coman. They are executive producing along with The Office creators Ricky Gervais and Stephen Merchant. So that bodes well, doesn't it? So what do I think about this? Of course, I know better, and I'm going to talk about this even before seeing anything. But honestly, I don't think much of it. My first thought was that this should have been done in the 2000s, when the internet first started usurping the personal ads business of newspapers. I mean, practically killing them then and there. And people started getting their news for free over the internet. Online newspapers were popping up, and we started getting clickbait headlines. Newspapers scrambled desperately, tried all sorts of schemes to monetize their business, putting up paywalls, taking them down, making some of the paper free, but other parts paid only, or just, begging for subscribers. Sort of the way that it still is. The move away from hard news to opinion-based news, the first round of massive layoffs at the big dailies, the amalgamations, and the total shutting down of local papers. I mean, it was a disaster. It was carnage. It was the end of an era where newspapers were still thought of as somewhat romantically, in that all the president's men kind of way. It was a job. You could go to school to learn. You could learn it yourself. You could make a good living. They made movies about it, like The Paper. My problem with this Office offshoot is that it will have no real stakes. Plus, we don't have the best relationship with the news business. Verisimilitude is important. It's 2025. Who needs the Toledo Truth Teller? I designed and wrote for major newspapers. Will there be a newsprint version that they'll be struggling to hold on to? Are there any printers left in the region who can print it? Will there be some plucky salesperson trying desperately to hold on to local advertisers like Marge's ear-piercing tattoos and tires? A sitcom works when you get emotionally invested in the potential jeopardy of the situations. My concern is that no one cares about the newspaper business. I have the same sentiment about show business. I just don't care about an actor losing an audition. Boo-hoo. Oh no, they got the Pee Wee baseball scores wrong. What are they going to do? But you say Dunder Mifflin was a shitty little office paper company in a shitty little town. Why did it work? Because it was a real business with real products fighting for its life. It had consequences. It was part of a corporate enterprise. It had a hierarchy. A large part of the office was making fun of management. Brent's actions had real consequences for himself and the people who worked for him. Will the Toledo Truth Teller be part of a larger corporate entity? I doubt it. As I said earlier, these local papers are pretty much dead. Is it going to be a story of the plucky town rallying support to keep the paper going? Yawn. How many employees will it have? 3? The editor, the reporter, and salesperson? Any more, and I wouldn't believe it for a second. If you get a chance, watch the Clark Gable Doris Day movie, Teacher's Pet. That's one of my favorites. That was done a long time ago, but at a time where news was a legitimate job, one we cared about, one we had some respect for, and romanticized. Former online news darling Vice Media has been dropping in and out of bankruptcy, and rumor has it that they're actually going to be getting back into print this year. We shall see. I cared about Dunder Mifflin. I don't care about the Toledo Truth Teller. It's much the same as if they tried to redo the movie Network now. Would we react the same way to Peter Finch's "I'm mad as hell" speech? No. 1, because we wouldn't believe it, and 2, no one watches network TV anymore, and no one will be reading the Toledo Truth Teller. But we shall see. Till next time, denizens, be seeing you.